Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel Laura Talks MS. I hope that you're all keeping really well. Today I'm going to be talking about Lemtrada for those people who may be considering this treatment as an option for their remitting relapsing MS. I had my treatment back in 2009 and my second treatment in 2010. And if I were to have my time again on the treatment, I would probably do a few things a little bit differently. So today I just want to give you a few suggestions that might be able to help you. Lemtrada is a disease-modifying drug, and the way it works is by targeting the cells which attack our own body, so the myelin sheath, which is the protection around our nerve. And hopefully it's kind of like a kickstart to our immune system, so it basically suppresses our immune system so that our immune system will come back and behave better, and hopefully those cells which are reproduced won't attack our bodies in the way that they did previously. So this is the way that they think that this drug works, and that's the kind of simplistic way of thinking about it. So let's get on to the suggestions that I would make if I were to go through my treatment again. The first thing that I would do would be rehydrate plenty of water, and I don't just mean through the treatment, I actually mean even the week leading up before treatment. It's really important to keep your body hydrated, so make sure that you're getting your body used to drinking plenty of water, plenty of fluids before your treatment, and then actually even in your treatment make sure that you're drinking at least 1.5 litres a day. So if I was you, maybe take a bottle, one of the water bottles with you, and make sure that you're sipping that through your treatment time. It's just a really good way of keeping hydrated. The second thing that I would make sure that I do, because I turned up in jeans and quite some tight clothing on the first and second day of my treatment, and it was really uncomfortable, is wear loose clothing. And I can't stress that enough, because you want to be comfortable when you're having your treatment. And also another thing is layers, so maybe layer up, because you can get quite cold because you have chills with the treatment. You also experience feelings of being really hot as well. So having layers just enables you to be able to cool down when you want to and warm up if you need to as well. The third thing that I would say is take some mints with you, because the steroids make you have a metallic taste in your mouth, and it's horrible. You have it pretty much all the way through the treatment and you can't get rid of it. It's always there. So having something to suck on, like an extra strong mint imperials, anything that really takes the taste away is definitely a good thing. I also got really hungry through treatment, and although we had food provided, lunch and things like that, and breakfast, I think it was the steroids making me hungry. So that might happen to you, so if it does, maybe just pack some snacks in your bag so that you can kind of graze on that through the day, through your treatment, when you're having treatment. I found that really would have worked for me if I'd have packed them. Maybe like something like a banana or something that's quite long lasting and energy would be quite a good thing to take. Treatment times are really different for everybody, and some will see them as a really private time where they want to just be on their own, and some people will want to spend time talking to the nurses and the staff there, and maybe anybody else who's on the trial. But if you're somebody who wants to keep that as their private time, maybe consider things like taking some music and an eye mask or something if you want to get a little bit of sleep, rest and privacy, or anything that works for you. The one thing I really wish I did was to keep a journal. So like just keeping a journal of what was happening through that time, what doses of medication I was taking, what were the side effects of that medication. And I kind of wish I did that in the beginning of my round 1 so that I could remembered it for round 2. And it also would help, because even though you have treatment in the hospital and they give you like paracetamol if you have a headache, for example, or you have an antihistamine because of the rash that you get with the treatment, it's a really good idea to have some of that treatment back home, because honestly, when you get back home, you feel so tired and so fatigued that you won't want to go out to the shops afterwards. You'll want to just go home and rest. So having that stuff at home and knowing what it is that you need to take at home is really important. So I definitely think that's something that it's important to know what it is that you need, what the dosages are, and how your body might react. So having a journal, and also just to jot your time down and your experiences to remember them by. This may not apply to everybody, but at the time when I was coming home from my treatment, I didn't have anybody around to kind of help make my meals, and I was so tired after treatment. All I wanted to do was kind of crawl into bed. So if I could have gone back and did it differently, I would have like prepared my meals and made them in advance so that I could just come home, pop them in the microwave, and not have that stress of thinking, what, you know, I've got to prepare something, I've got to do something, because I literally had no energy. So it's keeping those kind of things in mind, and also maybe kind of getting your house in order the week before you go in, because honestly, the fatigue that you feel after the treatment when the steroids wear off is quite bad. All you really want to do is just rest. So if you've got any chores or anything that you need to do in your house, like washing, ironing, they all sound really fun, don't they? But if you have those things to do and you want to get them out of the way, maybe try and do it the week leading up before your treatment, because for a few weeks after treatment you really won't feel like doing too much. And lastly, the thing that I would stress most of all is rest after your treatment. I did, but also kind of didn't, because I just, I thought I had my treatment, I was trying to do other stuff, I thought I was going to feel great after a couple of weeks. I didn't. The fatigue probably hit me worse after about 2 weeks into it, because you're feeling great because these steroids are still in your body and they're making you feel quite energized and euphoric and awake, and then they wear off and then the fatigue really sets in and your body just has to rest. Because if you think about it, you've just been through this really big treatment, you have a lowered immune system, and you have to rest and recover. And I can't stress enough how important this is for your body. And I think that looking back now, I wish I'd have done that more. I really do, instead of trying to be the superwoman that actually I'm not. And I think really adding to that, the other thing that I would definitely do is probably ask for a bit more help. I'm somebody who doesn't really ask for too much help, but now I think I would ask for more help, because you know what? People want to help you, and if we're just knocking them back all the time, they're only going to feel rejected. And actually, they do want to help. They do. People wouldn't ask you if they want to help you if they didn't want to help you. And I've learnt that now. So I learn and I'm getting better at accepting help from people. I think that's really it for my suggestions. They're not huge, they're not life-changing, they won't change the whole process of your treatment, but they're just little things that I would just do differently, which would probably have made my treatment just a little bit more easier for me if I could do it again. If there's anything that you think that you want to know about Lemtrada, if there's anything that you're worried about, if you're considering about going on it for treatment, if you're worried about side effects, if you're worried about how it might make you feel, please don't feel afraid to ask me. I've been on the trial for 11 years. I've just finished my trial last week. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to ask any questions, and I'm here to support and help you and hopefully with the experience that I've had on the trial with the Lemtrada, I'll be able to help give you support and advice. I'm going to be talking about my Lemtrada treatment in another video just to expand on it a bit more, so I can tell you about the treatment and what's involved and the symptoms and everything else along with it. So if you're interested in that, then subscribe to my channel because you'll be able to catch my videos that way. But for now, I hope that this one helped you a little bit. If you are considering it, don't forget, please ask me any questions if you have any, and I will see you soon. Everybody, for now, take care. See you soon. Bye.